Hey, so in this video, I wanted to just go over a little bit of how Facebook ads work. We're going to cover how they work, what is a funnel, and how to use that funnel to increase your income and your how much you make back from your Facebook ads investment. So traditional advertising is like just putting up a billboard, and we can't really control who sees the billboard. And so it's more like everybody sees it. We pay for all of these people. So it can be very expensive and also not very specific to that person. And I also like to make a distinction here because like this is an example of join our gym, okay? So like we also don't know if it's the right person, but we also don't know if they're even interested in gyms. And so you can start to kind of improve that. And that's through something like, the relevancy. So for Facebook ads, what I like to do is test the relevancy of the audience that we put it in front of. So it would be like having a billboard in front of the wrong place versus moving it to the right place. So here's an example of having the billboard in the wrong place. Join our gym and you're like in front of a fast food joint, right? Like not relevant. And even though you're paying for those advertising dollars, you're not going to get that money back because as much, right? Because you're in front of the wrong people. And this is a Facebook ads mistake I see a lot, especially when people try to run ads on their own. They're not really sure how to target. And that's one thing that I try to avoid by doing a lot of research before I even start the ad. And then if you're doing ads correctly, you would be having the right message in front of the right person. So you might put it in front of like the gym, the competitive gym owner, and then like highlight what you have that they might not have. So something like we have a sauna, get your first month free. So that would be like ideal Facebook targeting. The message is right, the person is right, it's in front of the right person, and you have a really good incentive that is distinctive from your competitors. So the only way to get this information, even on Facebook, because on Facebook we can be a lot more targeted, but the only way we can do that is through the process of testing, and nobody can really avoid this process. And when you are brand new to Facebook advertising, there's like a little thing in your advertising that's called a pixel. And so the pixel will literally like track where your people are and who's converting and who's like actually getting your stuff and who's not. And it takes some time in testing, not only to test the audience, but also to like warm up that pixel and really let the pixel, in other words, that Facebook algorithm learn who your people are. So over time, this process of testing gets easier and easier and less expensive as well. So how do we convert Facebook traffic into clients? So the number one thing we need is a funnel, and that is to entice them. So we use a funnel to bring them from the free area of Facebook. Even if you use paid traffic, it's still generally like they're not paying anything, right? We're paying to get in front of them. So we need to bring them from there to your paid offering. So that's what is called a funnel. And I like to break it down into 4 areas. The first is visibility. Next, we have traffic. Then we have leads. And then we have sales or conversions. And what we can do is assign where they are in that funnel to where they're seeing the message. So visibility is really Facebook traffic, who's looking at your page, who's interacting, who's seeing your stuff. And this is what we were talking about, getting it in front of the right person, right? And if it is the right person, they're going to go to the landing page. So that's a second page that I create for you that will say, okay, now that you're here, I will give you, like if it was the gym example, I will give you your month free and access to the sauna for free for a month if you give me your email and phone number. And so then they become a lead if they fill that out. Some people will fill it out, some people won't. Thanks to Facebook, we can also target the people that went to the landing page but didn't sign up yet. And that usually converts really well because they're like, oh yeah, I remember that ad. And then they might have been busy when they saw it. And so then they'll get in the second time. So then they become leads, and we can get their email and or phone number. And then we make them an offer. So maybe they have that free membership and then they come into the gym, or, maybe it's for teeth whitening or x-rays or something. And then they come into the office, and then you find out they have a cavity or something else happens where you sell them something. So here's what it would look like, just so that you see all the moving parts, because there kind of are a lot of moving parts. So first, it's the Facebook ad. We would build that based on the research. All of this has to be based on research in order for it to work. And then it's the landing page. Okay, so like this is just a standalone page. It's not on your website, because we only want one option. We want just one option, and that is for them to give us their email and phone number. And when they do, then we take them to a thank you page. The thank you page can sometimes have like an even better deal, like call immediately and get, teeth whitening for free. That kind of thing. Doesn't always have to. And then we say send a little email with the gift in it. And then your office can call and schedule it with them. Or if they take you up on that better offer, then they can call the office right away. So here's how the value ladder works, because there's going to be the reason it's called a funnel, right, is because there's a lot of people here. There's a lot of people seeing the stuff. And this, if you think of it as a funnel, kind of like the shape of a funnel, it's big in the beginning, but then it slowly goes down, right? And that's not to be discouraging. That's just to be realistic, okay? So in the value ladder, what we can do is think about, there's going to be a lot of people who are going to take us up. Let's say it's, we're going to do teeth cleaning, like a free teeth cleaning and x-ray, or maybe teeth cleaning and an x-ray for $19. Let's say that's our offer on the Facebook ad. And then they come in, a lot of people are just going to take us up on that $19 offer. A lot. But then you might have the occasional cavity. So we can increase that cost, or I guess value per patient up. Okay. So we'll say, okay, hey, we got a cavity. That person is going to spend money on the cavity repair. And so that will help to cover the cost of the Facebook ads. And then there might be another person who needs something a little more intensive, like maybe they need an implant or a root canal. And so that's going to cover most of the cost for the rest of the people. But then there's that one person that becomes a lifetime customer. And that is worth way more than the entire cost to acquire all of these leads. And so there's a few important things here. Number one, yes, we're going to get a lot of patients in the door. But number two, not everybody is going to require all the things going up the ladder. But there will be people that will pay for the cost and more, and the profitability of the rest of the funnel. So that is a really important concept, because number one, there's nothing wrong, right? If people are not sick enough to need an implant or decide not to be a lifeline customer, it's not anything to be upset about. But I think number two, it helps us to put into perspective, okay, we spent $600 on Facebook ads this month, but we gained one person needed an implant, so we made $3,000, right? And these numbers could be totally off. I was just basing these on estimates, but whatever it is for you in your business, that's how we kind of justify the cost of Facebook ads and all of the investment that we're doing in the marketing. So let me just review a little bit. Facebook ads allow us to get in front of the right people, and for the right people to help us grow the business. The funnel is what we do to move people from the ad to actually doing business with you. The funnel can include aspects such as email and phone as well, phone follow-up. And the value ladder allows us to make that Facebook ad investment back into profit. And we won't know, right, how many clients it will take until we actually run a test and say, okay, we got this many leads, this many people needed these types of things. And so, yes, we can, keep going. So it's kind of like a trial and error. The whole thing is the process of testing. And part of what I do, I keep massive spreadsheets of all of the data and all of the numbers and all of the targeting that I'm doing and the research that I find. So that is a little bit more detail about how we can kind of make back the money from the Facebook ads and how that works. Have an awesome day.